plaintiff, Tina Jewell, and her niece, Brittany Price, say before Tina started dating the defendant, she had no idea he had a girlfriend and that they were both addicted to meth. Tina's suing the defendant today for breach of contract. Defendant Barry Sherritt and his girlfriend Mandy say Barry never dated Tina, and she has done nothing but harass them. Mandy claims she has called the police on Tina numerous times, but she refuses to leave them alone.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
All right, start with you.
Okay, before I met Barry, I did not know that he was addicted to meth and needles. I did not know that
Meth and what?
Needles.
Wow.
What's in the needles?
It just...
Or is he addicted to the needles themselves
Right.
or something in the needle?
Right.
Not even, you don't have to have nothing in it. You just get him a needle and he gonna stick himself, period.
He was addicted to using meth inside of a needle, paraphernalia.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that part.
And I did not know that he had a girlfriend that was also abusive to drugs.
How did you find these things out?
I looked
After meeting him?
After hanging out with him for 2 months, he and I went to
Where'd you all meet?
We actually met online at the end of June of 2020.
Okay.
And then we met the beginning of July of 2020.
Where?
Actually in his town and at my house. We hung out actually probably about 5 times out of the week.
Okay, wow.
And then...
You're really in love. 5 times a week?
We were dating until he and I...
No. 5 times a week you're in love.
I don't think
dating,
we call it love.
Once, twice a week.
Right. Mm-hmm. Right.
Lust, maybe.
We go to the movie. Right. Yeah. Go have dinner. That's dating.
That was
5
dating.
times a week.
That was dating.
Love. Love. That's so nice.
Yeah.
Good man.
That's funny.
Finishing each other's sentences.
Yeah.
That was a cute story.
It got to that point later on.
It did get to that point.
It did.
Oh.
That was
How does something so beautiful go so wrong? Go ahead, though. I'll let you tell me. July 20?
I'm about to tell you how it all went wrong.
Go ahead.
Okay. When we went to Gatlinburg in the first weekend of September, he was asleep. His phone rang and it said wife. So I didn't answer his phone. I memorized the number and I called her back on my phone. She starts yelling at me, telling me this is his wife. What are you doing for my husband? Calling me names. I said, first of all, I said, he has no wedding ring. I said, we've been seeing each other for 2 months. There was no sign of any female in this at all. So when we get back...
What'd she say?
She called me a liar and she said, is he there? I said, yes, he's asleep. She said, well, you put it on speakerphone and wake him up. I put it on speakerphone, I woke him up. And he said, what? Soon as he said what, she started screaming at him. He took my phone out of my hand and hung it up.
Yeah, and he also told you that I was his wife and that we were trying to have a family too.
You'll get your turn.
Hold on.
Knew about me.
You'll get your turn.
She could tell her side of the story too. You know, she could jump in anytime.
I'm speaking first, though, please.
But
Thank you.
No,
Okay.
she has a right to jump in.
After she's done.
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Not if she don't agree with it.
You're a good judge. Pretty good judge.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay.
She got a cute story and all. But using meth, was you around me when I was using meth? Did I use a needle in front of you? How do you know all this? Like, come on, please.
Can I finish my story and I will?
Like,
can I finish my story and I will tell how I know?
Tell lies about people. Tell lies about people. That's great. You're wonderful.
Let me finish my story and I will tell you how I know.
You're very low. You're a low person.
Quarrel. I love a lover's quarrel.
Low person.
Let me
You need to get a life.
Let me finish my story.
Planted drugs on someone's car in Clarksville.
They had something special.
That's low.
Okay.
That is low.
Really has something special.
I'm sick of you going to my mom's, paying your boyfriend to dump two liters of Pepsi in her tank. That's messed up. I don't care.
Prove it. We're not here for that.
Prove it.
Because you owe me money.
You want me to call my mom and tell her? You Sorry. Oh my God. She said too much. Too much.
Okay.
And Your Honor.
You're not a liar. And you're not a liar, right?
I'm not a liar.
You're not.
Because I never wanted to be with you. I never slept with you. I never kissed you. I only hugged you. That was it. That was it.
You never did.
You want to lie? No, I never
Right.
touched you.
Okay, well, hold on. You know what, Your Honor? If you look at page 8, he was hanging out with me for the whole
This also tells a
weekend.
lot too, right?
Can I speak?
All these emails you send me when I never even answered you one time, but you're
You lying. You called me.
Watch your language.
Look it. Block sender. I blocked her.
You did not
After your
block
wife
me.
found
You
out,
did not-
let me get some
You did
background
not
from
block
you.
me.
Let me get some background from you, sir. Tell me about the nature of your friendship as of
Nature was
June
just a friendship, nothing more.
Well, you all met on the internet.
Nothing
Tell me
more.
Everything you want me to know.
Huh? No, I never wanted to date her. Never wanted to date her. Never even showed any remorse to
Felt
dating
sorry
her.
for her and felt like she needed a
You-
friend.
Yeah,
She was in
because all she'll do is blackmail me. Blackmail me.
yeah.
And all she wants to do is go after her. Go after
yeah.
her. Everything. That's why she planted drugs
So
in.
you all saw each other 5 days a week for.
We didn't see her.
quite a-
I didn't see her 5 days a week. You can even ask my mom on this.
It was
This
with me.
man, she's such a
If
liar.
he was with you, Randy, if he was with you, then how was he
Ma'am,
with me in
state
Gatlinburg?
your name and I'll let you
I didn't even
respond
know
to this.
about
I
you.
don't even know who this girl is. I don't even know who she
All
is.
right.
Okay.
Let your wife speak, sir.
His wife?
She's been attacked.
His wife?
Okay.
Can I
Not
tell
his
you
wife.
something?
You're his wife?
No, he's
No.
Well, the
technically...
real wife, please stand back.
She's married
That would
now.
be me.
He is technically married.
She is.
He is technically married to another woman.
With
She is
10 kids.
technically married to another guy.
Hey, you know what you're talking about.
You don't know anything.
You say you're his wife. You're
know.
technically married to somebody else.
All she does is stalk
Worry
people. That's
about
it.
that.
Some kids.
And you know what? He has 10 kids.
Yeah, okay.
10 kids. I
All
looked
right,
it up.
what's that have to do about
I looked
this?
it up.
What has to do about this?
I looked it
You
up.
don't know what you're talking about.
Look it up.
What you say?
Record.
Nobody cares what you say.
You both are
Nobody
technically
cares what you
Hey,
say.
You both are
sir,
technically married.
Take it easy. Let
Wow.
her go. Dating
Love.
once, twice a week.
Right.
Lust, maybe.
We go to the movie.
Yeah.
Go have dinner. That's dating.
That was
5
dating.
times a week.
That was dating.
Love.
Defendant Barry Sherritt and his girlfriend Mandy say the plaintiff is obsessed with Barry, and they've called the police on her numerous times for harassment.
Tell me about what you know.
Ever since
Okay,
this woman
Lord.
has come into our life, we cannot.
How did she
if
get
we're
in
not
your
home,
life?
she
How did
pops
you
up.
come to know of her? Let's
I
start
just
there.
know that she called me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, just
and she was on his phone, and she's like, "Who is this calling his phone?" I was like, "This is his wife. Who are you?" You know,
You're his
because we
wife.
do. We were planning to have a family. We're planning on getting married. Yes, we've had some issues here and there, but we talked to her
Here and there.
through it, and we worked on it.
Here and there.
Who she
Here and
is?
there.
Yeah, she
I
called
don't
the-
even know this woman.
God, she
this
called the-
woman has called the police on
She
me.
called the police, said that we're arguing, fighting each other.
I finally got a trespass.
and
called the
Scott-
police
Scott
about
Sport
you
called her
all
down the road.
situation?
Down the
Hang
road.
on.
She called the police
You didn't
about
tell me to, Barry.
you all
You didn't
I
tell
don't
me
situation.
think no. Lying piece of
You
again.
know what, Barry?
You won't
You're
let
a
her
totally
talk,
different
sir.
person
So low.
when you're not with
I hope-
her.
I hope-
You're
I
a
hope-
totally different
I hope-
person.
Yeah, I hope you
Let
get
her
punished for
defend
that.
herself.
You get punished.
I was tired of it. I called the cops back. I already got like 8 police files filed on this woman to get her to leave me alone. And so I
where's the
called the
proof?
court. The cops left. 10 minutes later, he's knocking on the door, said he got a file of us
Terrible.
arguing. So then the cop
Terrible.
leaves after he finds out they were both okay, finds her down the street waiting where she lives 3 hours
Why?
away. Waiting.
Because he told me. Because he told me
Lives
to.
3
He
hours
told me
away.
to.
Where?
Saw her down
You
the
told me
street.
to.
Where's the proof?
What was she
You
doing?
told me to.
Sure,
She
where's
was
the
just-
proof?
she
I'm
was
the
lying.
proof.
Like she was-
I'm the proof.
I had no license.
God.
She found out my license was suspended. This cop followed me. I
Wow.
baited him.
It has nothing to do with
I didn't
that.
tell you to do nothing.
It has
You
nothing
told me.
to do
Oh
with
my
that.
God.
I
She's
baited
such
the
a
cop
liar.
3 times, Your
You
Honor.
told
You're
me
such a
to
liar.
Mandy.
No,
It's
it's
all
not.
about Mandy.
You're such a liar.
Let's-
Such a
Your
liar.
Honor, if you would just look at page
No,
4,
she's
she's even
terrible.
telling me how much he's a drug addict.
Ma'am,
Those aren't my
first,
messages.
let me allow you to respond to her allegation that she has had to call the police on you several times.
Same with you.
She
Same with
said
me.
she suggested that what you've done amounts to stalking her.
Same.
So,
That's what she does.
Same with me.
That's what she said.
Harassment.
She
Same
said
with
she's
me.
you all stalk each other.
She
I
said
have
she's
proof
not
too.
done yet either.
Yeah, I have
have
an email that
proof,
says she's not done and she's not going
she's
to
not
stop.
done. She's not going to stop. Because that's how
Okay.
she
all
is.
these women
I know.
fighting over you, sir.
Because
I
She's
do
an
not
idiot.
want
She's
him.
nuts. That's her
Is
fault.
he fighting for you?
Yeah.
Look at all these
Fighting for you?
emails. I could
I'm
give you
not-
this whole book, all emails from her.
I'm not.
What are they saying, sir?
All right, here's one of them. No worries. Thank you for choosing her and using me and blocking me and changing your number.
Every
Everything
time.
I've done for you as a
Every
gift.
time.
As a gift.
As a gift.
You woke me up and realized what you're really about, and
Exactly.
I've moved on. I've got my together and met someone
Barry, we
really
were
nice.
just
I do
together
wish you
in
the
the
best
end of
though.
July.
If you met somebody really nice, why the you bothering me?
We were just.
Why are you bothering me?
With her in July. At the end of July.
When
you
were y'all
trying to
together?
get her.
When?
We were together. We were.
He was
End
going
of
to
July.
King's
That's
Island
right.
with
You
her.
did say it.
You,
Your Honor,
oh my God.
this woman has
just
also called
together.
me, telling me she's the other woman sleeping with him, and I don't even know who she is. They've had
Well,
numerous
you know
people call
now.
me with
Now,
accusations.
she says that they were just together in the
It
July.
wasn't even her that was there.
Oh, really?
You lied.
It was somebody
He
else.
was in my car.
You lied. No, she wasn't.
Okay, this is
Really?
too much.
Because
for
we
me.
can go to Scottsburg
How
and
does
get
he
the
owe you
record.
now?
I was in the car
What's
when
the
you were
money?
on.
How does he owe you
Yeah, right,
$1,400?
Yeah, right. Get it.
What are you suing for? How does he owe you for a breach of contract? What happened
Because
here?
first time he went to jail was with her, both for methamphetamine, both for paraphernalia, and for visiting a common nuisance. And then he went to jail the second time, February of 2021, for theft.
And you called the cops on me. You called the cops on me too.
Whenever he went to jail, he and I were talking again.
She lies. Oh my God.
And I have everything in here. He was writing me from jail and telling
What
me
month?
that he would pay me back.
Yeah.
Whatever I helped him with, he would pay me back.
What did I say?
I have letters from me to him in jail. He was calling
Direct me to the page of your evidence that indicates
I wrote
he
you letters.
agreed that he owes you and will pay you.
Where's this letter at?
It is page 5, where he wrote me from jail in Floyd County, February 2021. So I didn't answer his phone. I memorized the number and I called her back on my phone. She starts yelling at me, telling me this is his wife. What are you doing for my husband? Calling me names. I said, first of all, I said, he has no wedding ring. I said, we've been seeing each other for 2 months. There was no sign of any female in this at all.
Defendant Barry Sherritt and his girlfriend Mandy say the plaintiff is obsessed with Barry, and they've called the police on her numerous times for harassment.
Thank you for being there for me so much. You are the best. You've been there for me since day one. I want you to listen to this, ma'am. Listen.
Okay.
I don't know what I would do without you. I'm so sorry for everything. I never meant to hurt you at all. And I know that in your heart, that's why you stuck by me. You're such a good person with a good heart and soul, and I know I'm a jerk, but you really do make me happy, and I love you. Thank
Man,
you
don't
for
even
being
like-
there,
Don't
babe.
even.
Always.
Wow.
Anything
Who
you
have
pay
write that
for
to you?
all my courts,
Who you have write that to you?
pay you back.
It's from jail.
It's from jail, Barry.
Can't nobody do it but
Oh,
you.
and
There's people that could write from in jail.
there's another one. Page 6 is another one.
Another love letter?
Wow. See,
I
that's
love you.
Wow.
I wish
I can't even believe that.
I wish we could spend 5 days a week together again.
You're good. You're good.
Doesn't say that. It doesn't
Look at that.
say
She just stuck a finger at me.
You are far from
Wow.
mean. I'm glad you got a hold of
Wow,
me. That
really?
means a lot to me. You are an amazing person.
She-
You always
wow, she
was
messed
to
up.
me. I'm going crazy in here. Hopefully, I'm out of here by
till I get my mom
Friday.
involved.
And I'm glad you messaged me in here because I never wanted to lose contact with you. And so I was so sad because I really did care. But just remember,
I don't even-
you are a
that's
beautiful
stupid.
and amazing woman.
That's dumb.
How do I do this? I copy from when you wrote me when you was in jail.
This
I
is
screenshot
February 11th.
everything.
This has a
Screenshot.
date says February 11th.
February 11th, he was in Floyd County Jail. I bonded him out of Floyd County Jail February 19th. He promised me that he would pay
No,
me
I
back
didn't. No,
for
I didn't.
anything that I helped him
He
with
said
the courts.
And what is it that costs $14.45 regarding the courts?
I paid $885 to his court fee in Scott County. I paid $560 to his probation fee in Scott County. I have the
she's-
receipts on page 10.
Okay. What do you say to that, sir? The lawsuit regarding the monies that I read you agreed to pay. You said I'll pay everything regarding the courts.
All right. Do you have me blocked on emails too? Just want to tell you, I'm not going to file small claims against you. I figured you need the money more than I do. I seen your address is hers with your probation, so I can see things aren't going to change. I wish you the best with everything.
What page is that?
That's page 8.
He rests his case.
That's right.
Then page 10, Your Honor, states where she says she's not going to take him to small claims court. Then she gets mad and she changes her mind. Says she's going to take him to court again.
We spoke in July.
Just want to let you know, I'm not going to take you to small claims. You need it more than I do. I seen you gave the probation her address. I can't help you while you're there. I know you will never change as long as
I agreed that
as long as it's that way. I wish you luck with everything.
You get clean, you get better.
Our agreement was that you get away from the meth whore, you get into a clinic, you get help.
No,
You've never done that.
Then reread this. Reread this letter again.
She left
Can I reread it?
You have a different page there. I read the one that
Page
says.
13. Sorry everything happened this way. Hope she helps you or you can get everything straightened out yourself. I won't bother you again. I seen you, $1,445 in Scotts County. I hope you can manage to stay out of trouble and hope you're happy there. Good luck in life.
Exactly.
Oh, ma'am, I know exactly. This doesn't sound like anybody that's expecting to be repaid. This sounds like they forgave the debt. So, yes, February 11th, he does say, I'll pay you what I owe you. Everybody say everything when they locked up, Doc. I promise. Everything. But I'm reading from you later, ma'am, what he has interpreted, and it is a fair interpretation that you have forgiven the loan because you tell the man you need the money more than I do. You say, I wish you the best with everything.
But if you
say on the next one that he presented,
but evidently he's not showing you everything.
You owe $1,445 in Scott. I hope you can manage to stay out of trouble, and I hope you're happy.
And that's
Good
what happened.
luck in life. That's somebody saying, I don't intend to hear from you again.
But we made an agreement that everything that I helped him out with, I did not care at that time. But the agreement at the end...
You came back and you cared later.
No, the agreement at the end was as long as I kept him out of jail for Payne, Scott County.
Show me that.
I kept him, I wrote a letter.
Just show it to me, ma'am. Don't waste time telling me. Show it to me.
I'm trying to find the letter that I wrote to the jail.
You can't find it. Keep talking. Let's see this last agreement.
Page 12 and 13, the letter that I wrote to the court in Scott County. The only thing that I said I would not ask him to pay me back was for bonding him out of Floyd. If he was with you, then how was he with me in Gatlinburg?
State your name and I'll let you
I didn't even know about it.
I don't even know who this girl is. I don't even know who she is.
All right.
Okay.
Let your wife speak, sir.
His wife?
She's been attacked.
His wife? Can I tell you something?
You're his wife?
No, he's
With a real wife, please stand back.
Defendant Barry Sherritt and his girlfriend Mandy say the plaintiff is obsessed with Barry, and they've called the police on her numerous times for harassment.
Money is the root of all evil, and I'd rather see him do right in life and hopefully see the path he is leading.
If you look
Barry owes me but to be honest with you, money is the root of all evil. Ma'am, everything you've shown me, everything I've read, this convinces me that you forgave the loan. Here's 2 pieces of evidence imply that you forgave the loan. I read the evidence that you just directed to me. Money is the root. He owes me money, but money is the root of all evil, and I wish him luck. Have a good day. I wish you luck. Your claim is dismissed. I believe you forgave the loan. To wish him a better life. Good luck. I never intend to see you again. Have a good life. How's somebody gonna pay you back if you never see him again? Have a good day. Claim dismissed.
Come to my house, you're gonna see crazy. I'll finally show you what crazy is, girl.
plaintiff, Rachel Fox, says the defendant dated her son, and they allegedly have a child. But Rachel has doubts about paternity because she heard the defendant is a prostitute. Rachel petitioned the court for a DNA test, and she's suing her for property damages. Defendant Trishonda Thomas says Rachel has never liked her, and from the moment she found out Trishonda was pregnant, she's denied her baby. Trishonda's countersuing for defamation of character.
All right, let's start with you, ma'am.
I have known Trishonda Thomas about 4 or 5 years, and ever since when I met her, she was busting out my son's window. I had rented him an apartment across the hall from me in my name. Ever since I know Trishonda, it's been like chaos. I just want to, if I can, Judge, give you some background about Trishonda and with me and her relationship and my family.
Yes.
She has sliced tires, busted out windows, car windows. She has keyed on my uncle's car. And this is the reason why that she's not.
Your Honor, that is not true.
Let me ask you, why does she do this to the family members?
Anytime she gets upset with my son, she not only takes it out on him, she takes it out on the family member. Judge, she has also, because she's not welcome in our family, and my son is at his cousin's house, and she's not welcome there. She called the police, said that she was held hostage, and they sent the SWAT team. Y'all know we are people of color, and anything could have happened. And when she's not invited into our family because she's chaos.
Let me ask you, anyone called the police regarding all this destruction of property? The family members?
Yes.
They have?
I have called the police. Mm-hmm. I had a restraining order against her back in 2018, but it has it's no longer.
How about the uncle whose car was damaged?
Yes, he did call the police on that one too.
Okay, and did they talk to her about it? Do you know?
I'm not for sure because she always know where we live at. We don't have no address of where she stays. So,
Your Honor, that's not true. Excuse me, that's not true.
We allow her to speak. She says she doesn't have the address, or no one has your address. You can start there. You were going to say that.
Your Honor, that is the truth. She does not have my address. We're in the courtroom right now under oath, and she's just telling you stories. I don't even know what uncle she's talking about. I don't know what she mean carved a word in somebody's car. She just made that up. This is what she does. She makes things up.
That's not true.
Okay, so why don't you give me some history, ma'am?
She's never liked me. When her son first introduced me to her, it was my birthday. He said, hi, Mom, this is my woman, Trishonda. She did a quick hi, and she left. She has never liked me, ever. This one bus comes to our house before the kids are out the door to go to school, just busting in to see what's going on. She did a lot. When I was pregnant, she denied my baby, that my child was her son's. She said why? I'm sorry? Ma'am?
I said you're trying to know why. It's been told to me that you are a lady of the night. And then my son also told me that this was not his child. That's why I asked the court for the DNA. And when I asked you, your mom, and my son, because you guys said that y'all had got a DNA test for papers, you would never give them to me. I love being a grandmother. I love it. But I do not want to put all my energy in a child that can be just taken away from me.
How old is the child now?
That's unfair.
How old is the child, your grandchild, or what is presumed?
She's 1.
1, okay.
Plaintiff Rachel Fox says her son allegedly has a child with the defendant, but she has doubts about paternity because she heard the defendant is a prostitute. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test.
Why do you think they're doing all this? Not wanting you to be a part of the family and her giving you a hard time about the baby. What do you think all this is about? What do you think the reason is?
She does not want me to be with her son. She doesn't want her son with me. That's not her choice. It's our choice. That's number one.
Do you know why? Can you speculate on why?
I think that Rachel loves her son. This is her baby son. Mm-hmm. She's overprotective, overbearing. She's around our throat. We can't breathe. We can't live. She's always in our business. There's nothing that we can do without Rachel being involved. We cannot have an argument without Rachel being involved.
How does she find out about the argument?
I don't know why. I think that she wants to be her son. They're really close. But just because your son confides in you, that does not mean you can come and point your finger at me and tell me anything. You can't do that.
You're right.
We're not in our relationship.
Trishonda.
Yeah.
Judge, if I can speak, please.
Yes.
Trishonda is not telling the whole truth. She likes to put on this innocent act. And if I didn't like Trishonda when she was stranded on the road and I sent you $300 and some to get off the road, if I didn't like Trishonda, I wouldn't let you and your 3 kids move it. Yeah, you can roll your eyes. I wouldn't let you move into my house to damage it. And that was in my name. If I didn't like you, Trishonda, you got eviction underneath my name.
Okay. Your Honor, can I say something? Can I cut her off because you're delusional?
Yeah,
that's enough.
Yes.
You don't like me. First of all, you didn't, Rachel. You didn't do. Okay, go ahead and finish.
Go ahead, ma'am. Young lady, go ahead. You're saying she didn't like you. What you were saying something. Whatever you want her to hear, just tell me. Go ahead. She'll hear it.
She never gave me $300 to be turned off the road. You gave me half of that. I think you gave me like $100 some. I said thank you. I tried to pay you back, Rachel, and you told me I didn't have to. That's number one, lady. You need to stop lying. You're 50. You're old enough, and you're supposed to set an example for me and your son. You should set that. Number two, Your Honor, this apartment was her son's apartment. You didn't allow or any of that. Your son did. You got the apartment in your son's name, but he was running things, and that's how Trishonda got in there. That's the bottom line. That's the truth.
He's living there with your son?
Number one. Number two, you should have been suing Trishonda and your son. Why is your son not in the courtroom, ma'am? That's to let the judge know because you're after Trishonda. You want to attack Trishonda. Lady.
Ma'am, did your son live there with... Did your son... No. She says her son never lived there with you.
Okay.
And his probation officer, when I picked him up,
ma'am, let her explain. You said your son never lived there with her. Let me hear, ma'am. Did he live there with you or not?
Your Honor, yes. Ask Rachel Fox where she dropped him off when she went and picked him up from the prison, where she dropped her son off at.
All right, you tell me.
He lived with me, Your Honor. Yes, he lived with me.
When?
And before I lived in this, when he got out.
Got out of what?
Oh, prison. I'm sorry.
Okay, so he went to prison when?
He went to prison October 2019.
No, he did not.
Your son went to prison?
Yes, he went to prison.
Your son didn't go to prison October 2019?
Ma'am, did you go to prison?
Me? No.
Yeah, you've been in jail in and out.
Young lady, have you gone to prison since you've been with her son?
No, Your Honor, I've never been in prison a day in my life.
He went to prison while he was with you.
No, he went to prison. We were actually broken up. He went to prison while he was with her.
That's the point I'm making. Ma'am, you have something against her, perhaps because she doesn't meet your expectations? Is that one of the issues?
No.
No, because I'm too much of a woman. That's what it is.
Because you say she gets violent. That's the reason you say so. All right. And
Yes.
because she retaliates against your entire family. That's what
And
you
she's
say.
such a liar.
Okay. And you say her son was living there as well. So let's get to that property that you're suing her about.
So, Your Honor, my son was not living there. And when I picked my son up from prison, before I can bring him to my house, I had to talk to his probation officer. And they agreed because of Trishanda and Adam's history, he could not stay there. So if there's proof that he was staying with me, because that's the address.
Your Honor, can I stop her?
Listen, Trishanda, you just a liar, and we don't want to hear from you
No,
right now.
no, Your Honor, can I please?
I do want to hear from her. You talking about we don't want to hear from you. I do want to hear from her. Go ahead, young lady. Go ahead, young lady. And stop interrupting her feed. Why is yours? You're not getting interrupted. And then every time I try to talk to her, her feed gets interrupted. Stop it. You're putting a jinx on her. Go ahead. See, I can't hear her now. You didn't put the jinx on her.
That's because God don't want to hear the liar.
Plaintiff Rachel Fox says her son allegedly has a child with the defendant, but she has doubts about paternity because she heard the defendant is a prostitute. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test.
So I wanted to know, did he return to live with you after coming home from prison? That's where we were.
Yes, he did.
How long?
Until we had to move out.
Do you have any evidence that he did come and live there? And why wouldn't he go and live with her, ma'am?
With his newborn baby, ma'am. Why would he not? Why was you at the door the next morning? Your Honor, the man had not been out 24 hours. You didn't even let me say nothing. How you know I'm lying? Why were you there before 8 a.m. knocking on the door like the police looking for your son? Your Honor, this woman makes me feel like I'm sleeping with a married man, like I'm with a married man and she's the wife. This is like competing.
You want to be with him then?
My man is so broken, Your Honor, because for 4 years.
No, he broken because of you. You didn't put some voodoo on my son.
Or his mom. Either his girlfriend.
She said you put some voodoo on him. She said you put some voodoo on him.
She has.
No, Your Honor, I just blessed him with a beautiful daughter. That it's hard for her.
Girl, back.
That's all I did.
Ma'am?
No, you finna see, lady. You
so disrespectful.
Because she looked disrespectful. How? You have me on TV proving as if I don't know the woman that I am, as if I sleep around. You just told the judge that I work at night.
Well, that's what I heard.
No, baby,
from your best friend.
When you were coming to visit me while your son was just in prison, when you just was coming over there, when you borrowed a couple dollars when my Lexus blew out on the highway, what I was doing at that point, Rachel, I was in school.
You never had no money. That's why you had to stay in my apartment. That's why I had to pay the rent. What you talking about?
Rachel,
you had no money?
No, Your Honor, I've always dealt with cash. Yes, I did. I have money.
Yeah, you're contradicting yourself, ma'am.
I don't got no money.
If you think she's a lady of the night, how you gonna call her a broke lady of the night?
Thank you. That's terrible.
That's
when you
nothing. I don't think you're nothing. I don't believe
I'm
that.
not a prostitute, lady.
I don't believe you are either. Now, you leave this young lady alone. Now, why wouldn't he want to come home to his woman after prison? I'm with her. Why would I know after prison you want to go home to your woman?
That's exactly
how much you love mama.
She's not his woman. She's not his woman. And the reason why he couldn't go there is because his probation officer.
Ain't nobody thinking about no probation officer when they get out and they've been locked up. You think that's what he's thinking about? Please.
Well, I never said my son was not going to do anything. He got multiple women out here. That's why he doesn't have to be with you, Trishanda.
That's what you want him to have.
How many children? Does he have multiple children out there too?
He got 2 baby mamas.
No. He has 2 older kids by a woman that he was with.
Now I'm through with you all with this nonsense. Give me the time frame of the property damage, ma'am. When did she damage your property? Because your son was living there before going to prison, correct?
Yes, before going to prison, my son was living there and Trishonda was living at a different place.
Oh, you weren't living there when he went to prison. You all weren't living there.
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
that's what you told him.
We always
told us y'all been living together before he went to prison.
You lived somewhere else together? All right, and how did you come to live on her property?
The duplex that we stayed in had been bought out by a new owner. The owner had kicked at first my neighbor out, and then once my lease was over, he had asked me to leave as well.
Mm-hmm. And so she was nice enough to give you a place to stay?
Working on the defendant's signal.
Young lady. Okay, we're going to have to hold. She's frozen, and we're going to adjourn.
Got it.
Plaintiff Rachel Fox says her son allegedly has a child with the defendant, but she has doubts about paternity because she heard the defendant is a prostitute. So she petitioned the court for a DNA test.
All right, so as we resume our case, let me tell you, Miss Fox, you must indicate the damage that you believe she caused in the short time that she was living there. Do you have a list of the damages you believe she committed during the months she was there?
Yes, Your Honor. I also have proof where she did this damage and that my son did not live there. Page evidence 10, where her daughter sent my son a text stating that don't tell mom, but she's over there trashing the house. Then also the property management on evidence 11 is suing me for $6,160. And they also have the breakdown of what all she did there.
Yep.
Also from evidence 12 through 18 are pictures of the damage. And my son told me this wasn't the first time she gets upset and throw food and just damage the property, break the TVs. She even broke the TVs in my son's girlfriend's house. So broke into there and broke the TVs there. Yeah, you laughing, but that's why you went to the hospital, because you punched the TVs.
Rachel, let's stop right there. First of all, you're a liar. That's number one.
No, you're a liar.
Have your time, and I'm going to
try
to
restrict your daughter, when you left your kids.
What you're not going to do not bring or reference my children again, please, ma'am. Rachel, what was you keep saying that this boy got a girlfriend. Do he know he got a girlfriend? Do he know?
Your best friend cousin, the one that you turn tricks with.
Ma'am, she provided me with a text. I'm a reborn Christian. I'm sorry going forward. My understanding is the apartment came to $6,000. I told Adam, and I am going to help. I will bring you $1,000 this week. I have 2 birthdays next month, so I will give you $1,000 in June.
I said that. I told her that I'm a reborn Christian. I was rebirthed. That's me. I offered to pay. She said it was $6,000. I offered to pay a third.
Okay. After all this talk, all this arguing, all this name calling, and here we find that you agreed to pay it. And she shows me some horrendous damage that has been done.
Right, because I was told that it was...
Judgment for the plaintiff. Have a good day. Your claim is dismissed. And
what about the DNA result?
Is...
No, he gonna tell you. I know the results, love. I did it already. 99.9999999 Garrison. Ooh, bye.
You so disrespectful.
Yeah, I did. I saw it. I saw it all. All right, well, she at least owes you $5,000, and hopefully she'll allow you to be a part of your grandbaby's life. That is your grandchild, but that's up to your son as well. He has some authority, and he can bring your grandchild to see you. So that's who you should be communicating with from here on out regarding your grandchild, is your son. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.